Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Ailey if you're new, and today's video is going to be all about my advice for if you want to start your own beauty business. I suppose you could take some of these tips and apply it to other industries, but basically if you want to become a self-employed makeup artist or a self-employed beauty therapist, esthetician, whatever it is that you call it, wherever you're from, then this video I hope will help you do that, or will help you answer some questions that you have anyway. So if you want to know some of the things that I've learned along the way, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have a little list here, and I don't know how in depth I'm going to go with this just yet, but I don't want to make this video a million years long. So rewind to 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I actually drove lorries for a living, believe it or not. I did that for 3 years, and before that I just sort of did the everyday sort of jobs that everybody did, like worked in restaurants and worked on ferries and things like that. So I had quite a career change. Basically what happened is I actually hurt my back, and I still live with back problems today. I still live in constant pain, and I needed to find a job that I could work around that. I could do my own hours, I could work for myself, and I could do something that I really enjoyed. And it ended up being that I had the opportunity to go to college and do beauty therapy. So I did that 3 years ago and did 2 years at that, and decided to open my own business because I figured if I worked for myself, I could do the hours and work around myself. And obviously I could do things like the treatments that I wanted to do, because when you go and work in somebody else's salon, you kind of have to do what they want you to do, and I kind of wanted to be able to structure it around kind of how I was feeling that day, because some days I'll struggle to walk and some days I'll get really quite sore, so I can make sure that I don't have like 4 sets of eyelash extensions to do where I have to be bent over somebody all day, you know, and I can make sure that I'm not going to injure myself or make myself worse. So a little bit of background story anyway. So what I did was, obviously I went to college. So my first bit of advice for you would be is, are you qualified to do what it is you want to do? Are you a qualified makeup artist? Are you a qualified beauty therapist? Are you a qualified esthetician? Whatever it is that you want to do you have the qualifications to do it? In Scotland, I think you actually don't need to be professionally qualified to be a makeup artist, but you do to be a beauty therapist. You can obviously do courses and things like that, but any Tom, Dick and Harry can decide to pick up a blender brush and call themselves a professional makeup artist. Whether or not you take it upon yourself to go and then do the training that you really kind of need to be a successful, well, you don't need it, but you really should have it. You should have a knowledge of hygiene, you should have a knowledge of contraindications, of skin types, things like that, which would really help you and your clients, because you could do the most amazing smoky eye, but if you're giving people herpes on their mouths because you're not clean enough, I'm sorry, but you're not a professional enough makeup artist for me. So as long as you've got the kind of the base of what you need to start, then that is kind of your first protocol. So the next thing I would say is, what do you want to offer? Do you want to have you got a spare room in your house? Have you got a space that you can turn into a salon? Have you got a friend that owns a salon that has a room available? Do you want to do mobile services? Did I already say that? I don't know. Anyway, there's lots of different ways you can do it, so you have to decide what way you're going to do it first. A lot of people start from home or start in a room. I actually started in, my parents have a space in a shop that they have, and that's where I started. And I actually started in there doing treatments for basically pennies when I was training, just to get some experience while I was still at college. And to be honest, I'm really glad that I did, because it actually gave me a lot of confidence when I started. So then I moved on to, I got a rented room in a salon in the town that I'm in just now, and I've actually just moved out of there to move into my very own salon, which will be opening in the next few weeks. Don't even get me started. It's completely under refurbishment just now, but it is still rented, but it's mine. It's all mine. I don't have to share with anybody. So that's kind of like my journey. So you could do that, or you could go straight into salon. Really depends on your business experience and how, you know, confident you are in your client base and things like that. Because obviously when I started, it was a little bit of a shock, because I didn't have rent to pay when I was at my mum and dad's place. and then when I moved up to where I am now, I had to build a client base, so I was basically working week to week. I mean, I am still sort of building the business. I've been there for over a year now. I'm still building the business, but where I am going to be now, I have more room to expand, I have more room to grow, and I can take on more clients and things like that, so I can actually afford to now do more training and stuff like that. So I hope that that kind of makes sense. Do you have a name for your business? What about your branding? That is really, really important, because before you even start, you want to get your name out there. You want to have leaflets to hand out. You want to have a Facebook page, an Instagram page. You want to be able to pre-advertise before you even start. So try and think of, I mean, even like if you have a YouTube channel, like you've got your banner and stuff like that. Is that what you use? If you're a makeup artist, what do you call yourself? Do you just call yourself your name? Do you call, like, I'm obviously Ailey Rose on YouTube. So, you know, like, depending on how you want to make your brand, then you need to have your own branding. It's really, really important, because people need to know that you are you when they're booking with you. Depending on what you go for, you might need money. Do you have money? Like I say, when I started, I had nothing. I was forced out of work because of an injury. I went to college and obviously got help with that through the government, because the Scottish colleges are free and you get bursaries and things like that, which is we're really lucky to have. Do you need to buy stuff? When I was at college, it was really good because we got kits and things like that, so we got basics, and then as the time went on, we got to be able to buy kits when we did training courses. So if you're going to do gel polish, if you're going to do gel extensions, acrylic extensions, do you have the relevant qualification? And if you do you need to then buy a kit? So I mean, nail desk, chairs, lamps, depending on where you're going to go. Do you have your room set up in your house? Do you need to take out the carpet and put in a wooden floor or a vinyl floor? Because some treatments actually require that, you know, as hygiene laws. Do you need to tell your landlord if it's not your house? You have got to sometimes tell your landlord that that's what you're going to be doing, because you're going to be running a business from your house. If you're moving into a salon, how much is your rent going to be? How much do you have to pay utilities? Are you going to have to pay to redecorate, like paint the walls, hang curtains? There's so much. I would say sit down and write a list. I've written about 1 million lists, and I don't want this to come off like I'm trying to discourage you if you are looking into it, because I can remember when I first started all this, I wanted to know everything there was about opening a salon. To be honest, I just really couldn't find stuff. So I really hope this video doesn't discourage you. It just helps you be really prepared. So obviously all of that stuff, anything that you think that you may have to spend money on, write it down. Insurance is another one, and a license. I know that in America, in a lot of states, you need licenses, or you need to be licensed for that state. Some treatments in the UK or in Scotland you do need to be licensed for, but not all of them. Mainly things like to do with needles and lasers and things like that. So your general treatments you should be pretty safe with, but you do need insurance. I would recommend like Babtac or like the Guild for beauty therapists. America and other countries will have their own sort of style ones like that. They will give you membership, which in turn gives you like perks and things like that. They give you advice if you need it, and you'll get insurance, and their insurance is pretty damn good, I have to say. You want to make sure that you're covered for indemnity, for like if something happens and you give somebody an infection and they decide to sue you, you need to have your ass covered. So next is you need to be registered as self-employed and set up for self-assessment tax returns, or however it works in your country. If you go onto your government website, your local government website, they will have all the information of what it is that you need to do. Basically, if you are working for yourself and you're working on your own, no matter if you've got like a massive big salon or you're in your spare bedroom at home, you need to be registered as self-employed. I'm registered as a sole trader. You don't really need to register your business or anything like that unless you're going to actually have employees and stuff, or set it up as a limited company. But I'm set up as a sole trader, and it's dead easy. You get a unique tax reference and you can log in and you can do everything online. In fact, I think you have to now do everything online. Couple of recommendations for you. If you are in the UK, use Government Gateway. Government Gateway helped me do my business plan, and it helped me do all of my tax stuff. I even log in through that because I can't remember my login. So it basically will give you everything you need to help you start a business, even through finding funding and things like that. The other thing I would recommend is some sort of accounting system. I started using QuickBooks and I have to say it's brilliant. It helps you calculate what's coming in to what's going out to what you can pay yourself and stuff like that, and then it even helps you calculate your tax at the end of the year as well, and it only costs like £7 a month. So I would definitely recommend something like that. The next thing is your business banking and accounts for suppliers. So obviously you need to, I've got like an account for my nail polish, I've got an account for my facial stuff, I've got an account for my waxing stuff, you know, it's all different suppliers. I use lots and lots of different suppliers because I use all my favourite brands. I use all the brands that I like to use, like CND and Waxperts and Nouveau lashes for my lash extensions and stuff like that. So I need accounts with all of them. So I needed to either do the relevant training with them, either that or send in my proof of all my certificates and then open an account with them. Most of these ones don't do credit lines, so you're pretty safe there. You know, you just have to make sure that you've got enough money to pay for an order when you need it. Obviously business banking so that you can deal with your day-to-day business stuff and keep it separate. I cannot stress this enough. Keep it separate from your everyday account because you will just use it. I had it in my personal account for a while and you just lose track of what, because you don't make any money. Let me just be really clear right now. Unless you have a lot of connections or, you know, a lot of people who will come to your salon, don't expect to make money for the first year or two, because you need to do training, you need to build your clientele, you need to get your name out there, you need to use promotion, you need to improve your skills, you need to buy everything that you need to buy stock and keep it updated. Don't expect to make like hundreds and hundreds of pounds a week for like the first few years. Anyway, it is a grind. You do need to earn your stripes. You need to build yourself up before you can earn a lot of money. And I know that isn't exactly what you want to hear, but that just is the truth. It's like when you come onto YouTube, people think that you can just, I mean, some people do blow up in 5 months, but some people have been doing it for 5 years and have barely got 1,000 subscribers. So it works both ways. The last thing I have for you today, there is hundreds more things that I could say. So if you want to see more videos about this topic, or if you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. But the last thing I will say is don't stop training. Biggest thing ever, whether that is to sit on YouTube and watch nail tutorial after nail tutorial, facials, waxing, researching different brands, doing different training courses, doing experience days. Don't stop training. Even if it's asking other nail techs or other beauty therapists, go on to Facebook and find groups. There's like specific CND groups, Sweet Spirit groups, there is specific Waxperts groups, so that we can all troubleshoot with one another. Don't stop learning. Don't think, oh yeah, I've got all my certificates, that's fine, I can just carry on now and just, I know everything. You don't know everything, because things change daily. You really do need to keep up to date with stuff. And I'm making this sound like a really horrible career choice, and that like nobody's going to decide to become a beauty therapist and open their own salon. I'm really sorry. I really hope that you do want to. That's all I have just now. If you take everything that I've said in this video that you've maybe gone, oh, maybe it's going to be too difficult, and just put that aside, I love my job despite of all of that stuff. I love what I do. I love doing makeup. I love doing tutorials on YouTube. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 3 years now, and I mean, my channel isn't massive. My channel isn't even remotely big, and I still enjoy what I do. I still enjoy sitting here talking to people. I enjoy getting feedback from you guys. I enjoy, obviously, every time I see the subscriber count go up, it's great. But at the end of the day, I think there's what, about 1,400 people on here now. Or even if a fraction of that watch my videos regularly and get something out of them, then I'm happy. Apart from the fact that I just like to sit here and do makeup as well, so it actually gives me an excuse to sit and do my makeup. So if it makes you happy, you'll want to stick at it. If it's not, if it's just for a quick buck, you're not going to last at all. So, you know, don't let it knock you down. I couldn't tell you the amount of times that I wanted to quit over the past couple of years, and I'm so glad that I've stuck with it. I am opening my very own salon, which is a very massively proud moment for me, but that doesn't mean that the struggle's over. It means that it's just beginning. And I really hope that if you are trying to figure out if you should open a salon or trying to figure out what you need to do to open your salon, then this video was helpful for you. If it was, then obviously I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If there's anything else you want to know, leave it in the comment section below and I will do my best to help you. And yeah, I post videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Usually they're makeup related, sometimes they're beauty related, sometimes they're completely random, but I hope you enjoy them anyway. And I will have a salon tour as soon as my salon's open too. So yeah, there is that. And I hope that you will join me in my next one. Bye!